Mindy, I'm gonna have to head out here soon for a little while today. I'm sorry. We're just getting on with our honeymoon today, and now I have to cancel my plans with you for the whole day.
Huh? What's going on?
Yeah, I really want to stay here with you, but a coworker that came to town to help out the company for a little while has caused some major troubles with one of our customers. And I'm being asked to head out and help him, because management thinks I'll be able to clear things up.
What? But why do you have to be the one to go in and do that? Aren't there plenty of other people that can do that while you're out of the office? It's our honeymoon after all now.
Huh?
It would make sense if you were a part of the management team, but you don't even have anything to do with that other coworker or with the customer he's working with. So just tell them to call someone else and that you're in the middle of something important here.
Oh, right. Well, the customer he's working with now is someone I've known for a long time, so we're thinking that if by having somebody recognizes be there to help smooth things out, it'll calm down a little about the trouble. That's at least what management's thinking. I kind of agree with them, since I've known him for so long and in the past he was a customer of mine.
Is that so?
But listen to this. As in, I'm sorry for doing this in the middle of our little vacation. I'm having you do a 3-hour-long spa and massage course in the hotel.
What? Are you kidding?
At first, when I asked about getting a spot for today, the hotel told me there were no spots open, but just a few minutes after that, they called telling me that a 1 p.m. appointment was canceled and opened up for you. So I put you down for that time. I should give you something to look forward to. With all the cosmetic treatments that are included in the spa course, you'll be all fresh and ready for you when I crawl into bed with you tonight.
Awesome! Thank you so much. At least now I can feel a bit more forgiving towards you since I have something to keep me busy.
Well, with all of what I said, I'll be gone for the day, but we'll try to get back here by tonight. I'm sorry again.
Don't worry about it. Just make sure that tomorrow you'll be up for all kinds of adventures with me. I want us to go parasailing at the beach and then go to some of the nightclubs downtown together.
All right. I'll be back in a little while then.
Have a safe trip.
Hey, where are you right now? You have some nerve for doing all this when we had plans for just the two of us to have that secret wedding. Hey, I just had a good look at your Instagram. Canceling our wedding to go on vacation without me is screwed up. What are you thinking? We have been waiting so long for this chance, and now you've blown it. At least reply to me in some way. Hey, there's definitely a man with you right now, huh? I saw that picture you posted with your arms around a huge-looking man. I'm gonna divorce you and get all your money after this. Just you wait.
Huh? What is all of this? I planned to give you a call or text just after finishing the spa and massage course, but what is all of this about canceling on a wedding and going on a vacation? And another man? Divorce? And getting all of my money? Huh? Now that I think about it, you and I had our wedding yesterday, right? And just after that, you and I headed out on our honeymoon right away. And that wedding wasn't just the two of us there, right? We had all of our family there as well as friends. Even people from our jobs came to see us get married. What are you going on about, Keith? I hope this is some kind of sick prank and none of what you're saying is serious stuff. I'm sorry for bugging you all of a sudden. I'd like to ask and see if this is really Keith's wife, Mindy, on the other side of this phone number I'm texting. Huh? This is Mindy. Hi. My name is Stacy. You're Stacy? I'm sorry, but this is the first time I've ever heard your name. And where did you happen to find my phone number? I'll get to all of that here in just a second. To start, I want to apologize to you for everything that might hurt you with the story I'm about to tell you. Okay. What's the story? Well, I was able to get your phone number from an old friend of yours that you went to college with. And right now, that old friend of yours is a coworker of mine. Oh, so that's how you've run into them. I normally would never ask for another person's phone number without their permission, but due to the urgency of the situation, I had to ask them repeatedly for it. So please don't blame your old friend for giving your number out. Okay. I'm sure that once I hear more of the story and about whatever urgent situation is at hand, I'll understand things even more. But at the moment, I'm okay with you having my number. Well then, let me get to the main story here. Well, today was supposed to be the day that Keith and I planned to get married on. Huh? Hold on a second. Keith and I only just got married to one another yesterday and had our wedding and everything. And after that, we started our honeymoon, and we're supposed to still be on it right now together. And in my case, today is the day we would have been having our wedding with one another. Huh? I'm sure there are a lot of things you'd like to say to me and Tim right now, but we need to do something about this problem first. So before you start to ask more questions, just hear the rest of the story. All right, go ahead. Let's start with 2 days ago. Keith and I both took a bus and went out to Miami, and there is where we had planned on having the wedding. Miami. That's where I'm at right now. Right. But anyway, he was planning on having the wedding with me today, but then he had some things come up with his job and had to leave me for a little while to go back to his office. And so I've been left here waiting. Today, right? And so while I've been waiting all day for Keith, I had time to burn and started talking with my coworker. And while talking, I sent them a picture of Keith. They're the same person that gave me your phone number, by the way, but today was their first time actually seeing a picture of the man I'd be marrying. And after getting his name and everything from me, my coworker told me that they remember seeing a man like that getting wed to you yesterday. This is insane. Now that you mention it, that coworker of yours, she happens to be a really good friend of mine and was there at the wedding. But with something as crazy as this, I thought she would have just said something to me about it by now. I told her that I'd be getting in touch with you and said she could hold off for a bit. Right now she's pregnant. Pregnant? So this really is Jamie that we're talking about, right? Yes. She is going through some things with her pregnancy, and so she felt bad for having to tell me that she knew Keith. But I didn't want her to have to deal with all this right now, while carrying a baby, and so I said I'd handle things for all of us. So that's how we ended up here. All right then. We got a little off track there, but can we get back to how you were supposed to have a wedding with Keith today? Yeah, so to sum up pretty much everything so far, your husband is Keith, is the man I was supposed to have a wedding with today. Keith is your husband and mine. Do you understand that? Yes. When I had learned about all of this from Jamie, I hurried up and called the wedding hall and told them to cancel the wedding. Really, doing something like that is pretty bad since we were so excited to have the wedding. But to make it so that he would lose all feelings for me and not try to rekindle it, I went to the gym nearby and posted a picture of me with a really buff shirtless man. Well, so far I haven't heard anything from Keith yet about that post, but... Oh, I know. What? I think I know how this is all linking up with what Keith was going on about earlier. Were you guys supposed to be having that small wedding today around 1 or 2 in the afternoon? Yeah, 2 p.m. was supposed to be the start for us. So he must have sent me the message he was supposed to be sending to you. Huh? He sent whatever he wanted to say to me to you instead? At first, when reading through all of those messages from him, I had no clue what was going on. I was really thinking he was trying to pull a prank on me or something and would come back to the hotel room a little bit after. But after hearing your story and him still not being back, I think I have a good suspicion. I'm going to send you everything he sent to me by accident so you can be all caught up. Give me just a few seconds. Oh, okay. Please and thank you.
Mindy, I finished dealing with all those problems at work. I was able to sit down with the customer and have a good talk, as well as get things back on track for the company. Should be able to get back to the hotel in an hour or so. But still, I'm sorry this all took so long, used up a lot more time than I'd said at first.
Ah, okay. Good job today. Thank you for sending me all the screenshots of those messages he sent to you. I know that what we've both had to see from him is a lot. But the fact that he has the drive to marry 2 women and had been planning on having 2 weddings in only 2 days while on his honeymoon with one of us, well, and him and I aren't actually married yet and he's threatening a divorce. At this point, things have gotten way too out of control. Stacy, I just got a message from Keith. Huh? Just to let you know, Keith did say that he had to go into work today and that all went down this morning. He said something about having to deal with a customer and how he was the only one his company could rely on. I thought that was all a lie at first to go and have this wedding with you, but you haven't been with him either all day, so I'm not sure what he's been up to all day today away from the both of us. Maybe he really did have to go to work like he told you earlier then? Or maybe he's with yet another woman. But anyway, he told me he'll be coming back to the hotel in an hour. So to be here with me when he arrives, do you think that you can come and meet at the Skyloft Hotel in Miami? Let's you and I meet in the lounge on the first floor. I know it'll be a bit of a drive for you to come up here, but it'll help us both a lot. Sounds good. I'll come back that way now. I'll be in a pink dress waiting for you.
What the?
You're a quick runner when it comes to running away from the problems you've made.
What the hell's going on?
What's going on is exactly as you saw.
Why the hell are the 2 of you together? You both shouldn't know a thing about one another, right?
Did you never notice that massive group of texts you sent me when you got angry with Stacy? You were even trying to call me when you should have been trying to call her. You screwed yourself big time, Keith. That's how we both found out. Along with a couple other things that just happened to line up in our favor. I wonder if your brain short-circuited when you wanted to yell at Stacy earlier. Or maybe you're just too lazy to check which woman of yours you're texting with. Right now, the 2 of us would really like to have a word with you in person, Keith. But if you're not going to come here to us, then we're getting nowhere.
Why did you have to figure all this out? I had it all planned out so well.
And I plan on letting you know all about what's happened today. But first, I want to know why you wanted to get married to both me and Stacy. And within 2 days, I'm planning to have your second wedding in the same city as your honeymoon with your first wife on the same day is stupid, Keith.
I had no other choice.
Huh? No other choice?
Listen, I knew I was gonna have to throw one of you away.
That right there is not going to help you get anywhere with us.
Well, look, I knew I'd have to choose one of you to be married with for the rest of my life. But I was having a hard time choosing who. You have a lot of money and work a job that brings in even more. But Stacy, on the other hand, has a very good-looking body and knows how to work with me. And so, when thinking of who to get rid of, I became a bit, panicked. Back when I was dating you, Mindy, I ran into your parents and we talked. And while on a date with Stacy, I ran into her grandpa and talked a bit. I had all you and your families on my mind and started to think that I might just marry you both, have 2 wives.
What?
I tried my best so far. I've had to propose to 2 different women as well as pay for a wedding with both and plan out a honeymoon with both. But I had to make sure that everyone else never found out about this. So since Stacy doesn't have her parents around anymore, her and I were going to have a quick private wedding together to get married.
Keith, can you shut up already?
Huh?
You thought you could just marry both of us? Bull crap. You are only able to have one of us legally, and you have to choose. So here we go. Choose one of us now, or say goodbye to both of us. You are not able to marry more than one person, so you have only those two choices.
I don't like either of those choices, though.
Hold on now. You don't have to get worked up over it anymore.
Huh?
You've chosen number 2. Saying goodbye to the both of us. That's the only choice you really ever had after what all you tried to pull.
What?
Our honeymoon is now over with.
Wait a second.
I'm going to need to call my parents now. And Stacy said she'll be calling her grandpa.
Huh?
And of course, we won't be forgetting your parents.
Without getting my take on this first?
Do you think we care about your take on this?
But come on. I want you, Stacy.
Shut the hell up, Keith.
Huh?
After all of this is over, both Stacy and I will be getting lawyers and making sure that you pay for what pain you've brought upon us.
Lawyers?
What you've done to us is not something anyone should be trying to do. And what you were going to try and do with Stacy was going to be marriage fraud, right?
You're kidding me.
Well, I'll leave the results of this up to the specialists to decide.
Stacy? I mean, Mindy.
You and I are getting a divorce with no ifs, ands, or buts.
Mindy.
After that, Keith tried to talk all of this through with Stacy, but it was all a pain in her neck, and so she just blocked him. And an hour after that, for whatever reason, we saw a security guard handling Keith and pulling him out of the women's bathroom. There was a cop car sitting out in front of the hotel, and there waited an officer ready to take him away. There was another woman in the lobby with us that told me she called the police and security on him because he was in the stall next to her and she was afraid he was going to do something to her. We heard from one of the officers that came to take him away that he had accidentally run into the women's bathroom instead of the men's when running from us. And in doing so, startled that woman we just talked to. But when she screamed for him to leave, he must have been too afraid to because of Stacy and me. Well, I don't really care about what he had to face after being taken into custody and off to the local jailhouse, but I'm sure he'd only get a fine or something after explaining himself. I was more focused on making sure that he and I got a divorce, which of course we did get to do after showing and explaining everything to my lawyer. In the divorce, Keith was also forced to pay me a settlement for cheating on me with another woman, as well as had to pay me back for any money I put into our wedding and honeymoon. Stacy did the same thing as well to Keith, so in total, he was left having to pay over $1.2 million to both of us. He was not going to be able to fight us on that, and would be going into loan hell trying to afford everything. And all of that together seems like the perfect punishment for him. I'm not sure what'll happen to him in the future, but I don't care, LOL. One great thing did come from all of this, though, in the end, and that was a very close friendship to Stacy, since we had both gone through the same troubles. Of course, there's also all of Keith's money that we got as well. That's a great thing, but I'm keeping that one a secret. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.